Hello, YouTube. Da 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 da. I am Batgirl. Check it out. Homemade costumes. So this is the best you're gonna get. These are actually backwards cat ears. I don't have cape. I don't need a cape. You don't need a cape to be your own superhero. Power pose. I talked about in another video power poses and how they increase your mood. This particular power pose, with your hands on your hips, your legs spread wide, chest out, actually increases your testosterone if you do it for 20 seconds straight, man or woman. Superhero stance. But that's not what we're going to talk about today in my superhero outfit. We're going to talk about some words I heard from a college graduation speech from the lovely Woody Harrelson. He essentially said that someone asked him, "Who's your hero?" When we're young, we look up to superheroes. Literal superheroes. Superpowers, super strength. Preferably superheroes and not supervillains. The ones that save the planet and do good. We want to be like them. We want to be like that. We have no limitations or self-belief that we cannot be who and whatever we want to be. Even if it's impossible, like flying around like Superman. We still look up to these characters. Even as adults, many adults enjoy playing the hero in role-playing video games and other such activities where they get to be the leading role, be the hero, be the heroine. Live the adventure, be strong, be powerful. But did you know what? What Woody Harrelson answered when asked who his hero was at about 18. He said, "Me, in 5 years, after thinking about it." After about 5 years passed, the person came back and asked him again, "So are you your hero yet?" And he said, "No. Far from it." "Well, are you still your own hero then?" "Yes. But now I'm my own hero at 25, 35, 45, 55, and so on. So that every decade, he had someone to strive to be, that he never got settled. He never got stuck. He never got complacent. He never decided not to grow anymore, to better himself, to become the best, most full version of himself, the best character, the best capabilities. It is actually impossible for each of us, regardless of our own limitations that do exist, to reach our full potential. There's too many different directions we can go. Too many things we can focus on. Too many things we have to focus on. Our obligations, our duties, our friends, our loved ones. Basic needs of providing. That there's just not enough time in a day. There's not enough time in a life. There's not enough time in 100 lives to reach your full potential. Because there's so many different paths for you to go down. Your greatest job, as Oprah Winfrey said, taking a lot of quotes here, is to become the fullest expression of yourself. Life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. You are in control. Even if it doesn't feel like it. Even if you're in a storm, even if you're in tumultuous circumstances, even if you're struggling. Everybody struggles in one way or another, some in many ways. Everybody has shortcomings. That's great. If you have shortcomings, if you're average, you have plenty of room to grow. The more average you are and the more difficulty and shortcomings you have, the more opportunities you have for growth. Imagine, again, as Harry Whittle, can't spit his name out now, said that imagine that you are in a movie. It's like a superhero, a character. That you are a character in a movie. And this very moment, regardless what led you to this moment in your life, this very moment is the moment when you admit to yourself, honestly as you can see, because we have difficulty seeing ourselves exactly where you are, where your life is going, what your priorities are, what effort you're putting in, what are your weak spots, your Achilles heels, what are your downfalls, what are your strengths, where would you like to go? Ask yourself some serious questions. And this is the point of the movie, when things are falling apart, when you're not where you want to be. But this is the point of the movie where the main starring character, which you are in your own life, picks up all the pieces and becomes a badass, becomes the hero or the heroine of the story, becomes someone that does have their selves together, their inner self, their outer world, their priorities, their peace, their joy, and their direction. They begin to put the pieces together. You're just at the start. But that you're ever striving to improve. Imagine you're living your life as if there is a documentary crew following you around 24/7. And someday, even if you just have to have imaginary kids because you're not actually going to have kids, that your children or your nearest and dearest will watch this film of your life and go, wow, they really turned things around. Wow, they really became something from where they started. You don't have to become something specific, something of status in society. We define our own success, achievement, status, fulfillment. That's part of the power of looking up to yourself, your future self, of being the creator and director of your own life, as it's yours to choose. And let this be the point in the documentary where you get off the couch, throw down all the baggage that's burdening you, throw down the not motivated, don't give a throw it all away, pick yourself up, and start a new chapter. One that when you look back on your life's documentary, you'll be astounded at what progress you make. You're not going to see it all unfold before you right off the bat. That is an unfortunate truth that we can't predict the future. We're not going to get the whole picture, but you have to pick a path and start walking in some direction toward your betterment and continue this activity, whether it's simple as cleaning out a closet, exercising daily, reading books, not blindly, but things that will help build skills in areas that you need to build them, because this will keep your interest in the reading and your mind in the growing. Work on goals. Figure your direction and start heading there. Slowly but surely. Today. Stop looking out for someone to be like, to become. And you do you. You don't need a rescuer. You do need to learn from wisdom and advice and direction of others, so you don't have to repeat all their mistakes and can learn from their kernels of wisdom, because you don't know everything, or you'd have already fixed everything, because you're not weak or lazy. You just don't know what you don't know. You can't do what you don't know. You can't think what you don't know. You can't feel what you don't know. So it's important to expose yourself to others' information and insight, especially the people that are doing it right. But don't mimic or aim to be anyone or anything else. When it comes to looking up to someone, don't fantasize about some ultimate version of a human that you perceive, that you imagine what a really good person really is, and find someone like that out in the world and try to mimic them. You conceive of what a really good person is, what that means to you, what a really good life is, what that means to you, what would make you proud of you. Envision that and go after that and make yourself your own hero. Every 5 or 10 years, envisioning where you'll be and what you'll be doing, what kind of person you'll be, how you'll be treating yourself and others, how clear, calm, and collected you'll be, how much less anxiety you'll have, how much more confidence. Whatever are your strengths and weaknesses, whatever you have ditched that held you back, whatever milestones you make, imagine that person 10 years on. And when you reach it, if you imagine it and you endeavor toward it, you will get, if not it, you will get close. When you reach that milestone, as there's always room to grow, and someone asks you if you're your own hero yet, tell them hell no. Ask me again in 10 years, and envision another set of goals